Aso Cabal wants to remove Osinbajo for joining forces with Aisha Buhari. Claims by the presidency that presidential aides sacked in the vice president's wing of the Buhari presidency were disengaged to cut down on government expenses simply stands logic on its head. That is another view from presidency sources totally at variance with the altruistic reason advanced by the presidency. Is the fact that more than half of the affected aides are donor funded, including donors from well-known international development agencies from the United States and the United Kingdom, a source added. Sources maintain that what is happening in Aso Villa is an attempt by the president's chief of staff, Abba Kyari, to grab power and tussle with the vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who is seen as trusted and reliable supporter of President Muhammadu Buhari and whose influence is causing the Cabal sleepless nights, especially because of its rising profile ahead of 2023. Besides, the claim that VP's office is too large, with the number of aides put at over 80 in some reports, has also been debunked by officials of some of the donor agencies. The argument, according to top sources, is that the quantum and weight of the programs being implemented in the office demands quite an even larger staff strength if that were possible. One of the sources puts it this way: take the social investment program. For instance, the budget is 500 billion naira, covering N-Power job programs with 500,000 graduates involved, and National Homegrown School Feeding Program with about 10 million pupils in 33 states and others. What kind of staff strength do you need to run such programs with 500 billion naira budgets? The source added that there are other functions that the VP performs statutorily and constitutionally, like the National Economic Council, that comprises all state governors and the central bank governor, the only constitutional venue where state and the federal government interact on a whole lot of issues. What about supervising the Niger Delta Power Holding Company with at least 10 power plants across the country? The source asks rhetorically, adding that it is also the VP's office that supervises the federal government's interests and shares in all the discos and several other agencies like NEMA, DMO, NIPS, the Border Communities Agency, as well as the National Boundary Commission, etc. Continuing, the source said the few people in the VP's office that are executing the special social investment programs and other reform programs like PEBEC have actually been attracting continental and global recognitions for the Buhari presidency, including from the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and many local awards. Informed sources explain that while the aides were all approved by President Buhari in August this year, he also approved the number of those who will work in the presidential villa as different from those deployed to work in other ministries outside the villa. There is this talk of some reorganization going on in the presidency. For instance, all presidential staff working on the social investment programs were transferred to the new Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development. But at the same time, there are also other presidential aides who were moved to various ministries from the OVP on approval of the president recently. It was not about disengagement. The source continued, it was therefore intriguing that the same set of presidential aides so transferred in September after their appointments were approved by the president are now to be disengaged altogether without any kind of wrongdoings on their part. As at last night, it was believed in government circles that the Cabal has its own agenda working with the secretary to the government, Boss Mustafa, who report said was pressured to write disengagement letters for all the presidential aides that the president had approved to relocate outside the villa to ministries relevant to their portfolios. One of the sources explained that this was done so as to forestall a reversal, which the president was expected to do or do later in the month, even back in Abuja. This explains why some of the names of the aides were leaked and Then Kyari asked one of the presidential spokespersons to issue a statement on Friday confirming the sacking of ADs in VP offices, who were meant only to be relocated outside the villa, said the source. Another source added that the VP was nearly skimmed out of last week's ECOWAS trip to neighboring Niamey, Niger Republic. It was alleged that President Buhari had instructed the VP to attend on his behalf, but attempts were made by the Cabal to send the Foreign Affairs Minister, Geoffrey Onyema, but the plot failed. Apart from the 2023 presidency, the main reason Osinbajo is loathed, the source again alleged, is because he has information regarding shady deals that are taking place. They see him as a real threat and hate the fact that the president trusts him, the source added. So guys, all of these things, we don't even know where it's going to end. And at the end of the day, it shows that the president is not even aware of most things that are happening. That's why all of these people can really be, manipulating, because they are really manipulating the whole thing. They are scheming their way through. Just like Aisha Buhari said, that when they were coming in 2015, she knows quite all right the people who were together with them, the people who were really, up and down, moving from pillar to post, campaigning here and there, that these people that have hijacked the presidency, they hijacked the presidency in their first term, and that was why we say where they had hijacked, but now they are even still they are still operating, because now because the end of as at the end of their first tenure, a lot of people came out, they protested that the president should remove that man from the government house, or he shouldn't even be close to the president. Unfortunately, as soon as they came in for the second term, the president had to reappoint, reappoint him again as a chief of staff at Bakari, and everybody was just like, they were just wasting their time. Meaning he cannot even do without this man. The president can't do without this man. And as soon as he reappointed him again to be chief of staff, definitely their business continues from first tenor to second tenor. So what Aisha Buhari said still stands, most especially this particular man. So she was saying when they were coming in for the first time, this man was not there, that the people were not there. Though she didn't make mention of those two names, but people who really know the closeness of the president with this Mama Daura and Abba Kyari know. People know quite alright that she was talking about these two people, and these two people are so close. And just some months ago or some weeks ago, we heard what happened between the Mama Daura's daughter with the president's wife. So that was when people now say, oh, this was what this woman was just talking about. They had hijacked even the family, even at the government, at the government level as well. So since they were not even part of this whole thing, nobody even knew them, not until when Buhari came on board, and all of a sudden it's like they just scared most of those people that worked with Buhari and APC. They just scared them away, because I see no reason why, like people we know, apart from maybe Bola Tinubu, people like Amechi and the likes. As Amechi will be going to, he has his own loyalists, he has his fans that will be going with him, supporters. Even Tinubu also, Tinubu, that one is a different ball game entirely. That one is taking as many states, he has a large followership. So all of those people, all of a sudden, nobody was even hearing about them much. And give it to Bola Tinubu, he's been so matured, he's just been so matured. And even that first time, everybody was like, what happened? Bola Tinubu is not really, people were even, it was rumored that Bola Tinubu had been sidelined, not until when the time for the second election, we started seeing him again. He started coming and all of that. But all of those things were just games that they were really playing. So this man, how powerful, how he became so powerful, I don't understand. And from all indications, the president prefers him. He's so close. He's so sure of him, compared to Tinubu, that even gave him that opportunity. Whether you like it or not, Tinubu gave Buhari the opportunity he has now. Tinubu and his people, they gave him the opportunity that the president have. And now the person who is not controlling the government is not the Abakari, because it is a known fact. It's not a mischief makers, or because they are the ones displaying all the things happening. Even from the president's wife, you could see what was really going on and what is still really going on. And coupled with the fact that she came out and said two people had hijacked the presidency. That what are the men doing? Because these people were not part of them. She said it categorically. So before somebody will not say, oh, it is the PDP that is making up. That means you are going to tell us, Aisha is part of PDP too. Because any little thing, when people begin to see what is happening, the loopholes in the presidency, they always blame it on PDP. Everything is PDP. PDP are the mischief makers. So tell me in this area where PDP has really come in. When you are making mistakes, they don't ever accept their mistakes. That is one thing about this government and this party. They don't ever accept mistakes. Even if what they are doing, they've made some policies that is so wrong, they will still put it on PDP. Of course, we shouldn't go there. We know what PDP stands for. We know how they have really, done their own part, and we know areas at which people are still holding them responsible. But it's not everything. Even your own mistake, you see, say it's still PDP. So with this happenings in the presidency, it gives us a better understanding what Timmy Frank was talking about. He said he has a very, very useful information from the source, from the presidency. Remember, Timmy Frank was in the spokesperson for the party, so he knows better. Of course, he will still have his ears on ground. So with what Timmy Frank was saying and with what we are hearing, are they not kind of related? Are they not kind of related? And I'm still waiting for the vice president to even sue him on that. But that being said, but what we are talking about is that how come this man became so powerful that even the president cannot even do anything? The other day they made a statement, oh, there is nobody too powerful that the president cannot control. That's all those on our watch. They are just trying to, make it seem as if he knows what is happening. With all of this man is not in control, because I see no reason why somebody would just be, a boss must have given a directive, and somebody who is maybe I don't know whether AD or a chief of staff will just be scheming the whole thing and see what happened, what was about to happen, at the ECOWAS meeting. If not that they had to call Buhari, the foreign affairs minister would have been there. And the man is just looking at them that, people just continue with all of these things. So there's more to all of these things that they are just trying to scheme. But I don't even know what Osinbajo has done to them in the first place. I don't just know. But some people are saying, because of maybe his records are clean, or maybe because of his resume, he's so loaded. The guy resume is so loaded, and because of the closeness, and because Buhari trusts him. So I don't know where Abakari will want to come in, because at the end of the day, by the time it gets to 2023, when they are talking about party members, people who in the party, I don't think Abakari, is one of their party people that they want to look at or whatever, because I don't know the game they are playing. So guys, that is just my own opinion. Honestly, that is just my opinion, and I don't know what you think about this whole thing, because everything is just shredding the secrecy. So guys, let's hear what you think about this whole thing. Thank you very much. Bye.